Okay, now let me bring on the great comedy club owner from Crackpots who couldn't be a sweeter person. I mean, I enjoyed my time driving with him, staying with him. We never had an altercation of any at any point. We just had a real kismet relationship. Please welcome my man, Chris Kettler. How are you, buddy?
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Us old people were just waking the fuck up, right? Is that what he said? Like, what the hell? I'm great. I'm great. Other than I got this burr in my craw from what I heard earlier today that somebody should be talking about.
Well, he made all these false accusations about you, Chris, and he said that, first of all, you and I were too drunk and high to do the Fort Wayne Comedy Club.
And that there was no snow, he said. I'm like, really? No snow? Am I wrong? Isn't that what he said? No snow?
Yeah, he said there's no snow. Meanwhile, you and I are driving to Massillon, and with this, how many cars pulled over with tow trucks?
Right,
in
right.
the blizzard,
cars in the ditches. We couldn't do more than 40, 45 miles an hour. There was ice underneath the snowpack. Yeah, there's no way I'm driving 4 hours. 3-4 hours each way, which is going to stretch into like a 5 or 6 hour drive when you're doing 40 instead of 80.
No, but we still had a great time just chewing his shit.
Oh, John, yeah, we had a fantastic time. You're absolutely right. We had no problems. We got along. We laughed. We drank. We were adults. Having fun.
Are you familiar with Kevin Brennan?
By name. Only by name.
Because he starts saying, oh, no real comic would sleep at a comedy club owner's house. And I'm going, why not?
Can I chime in on that? Because I did hear that. And I'm like, really? So you know what? This is the thing. When I started producing shows almost 2 decades ago, the people that I hired stayed in my guest room in my home. I didn't put maybe one person up in many, many years back then in a hotel room. Okay. Now I didn't have a club. I was doing bars, restaurants, theaters, stuff like that. But everybody stayed in the guest room. And the thing that I found is I made a lot of friends in the industry, and that's been a benefit to me in the long run. Now, as I told you, I don't often put people up in the house anymore. But when we talked and the situation with the snow, it was easier to get around. You're like, you were.
Plus, we hit it off.
And the byproduct of it is I was telling my girlfriend, I got a new friend, man.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I kind of dig, So, it is what it is, So
no, but the whole thing. See, I call him Baby Fatso. I don't even want to give him.
I follow you. I'm checking it out
because I don't want to give him any respect by calling him by name, but by saying that somehow I got in your ear and told you to not book him. And the greatest thing that you told me when we talked this afternoon was that he was reaching out to you on November 28th already, and you told him, I'm not booking you. Right. And then he's trying to accuse you because of something I did. You said, no, you were an asshole to me at the Funny Stop.
Right. Years ago, he's an asshole. So there is no, but you're absolutely right. He's been bugging me. I don't know. I have to go back at least 5 or 6 months wanting to get booked at one of my clubs. And I told him, I'm not going to work with you. I got no interest in working with you. Thanks. Boom. And he keeps hitting me up and keeps hitting me up. And I find, then when he came around and said, oh, well, it must be because, Stuttering John got in your ear. And I'm like, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Stuttering John. The fact of the matter is, I'm not going to book you. I told that before Stuttering John ever was in the state, So.
But also, Dave. Also, Chris, Dave from the Funny Barn had the same exact thing. He's like, I don't want And I don't want to get Dave. I don't want to, but let's just say it was to the thing of he's just not funny.
Dave Robick at the farm in Youngstown is a stellar gentleman. He has been in the industry for decades upon decades, multiple club owner. You know what? Nobody has anything bad to say about Dave or his rooms. And he certainly is not a D room owner. The Funny Farm is one of the premier places in Northeast Ohio. And he's a proud independent owner operator. And for anybody to speak poorly and say anything in that nature, you know, is very poor, reflects very poorly on himself. And you had said it before, you're not going to get booked. I mean, the kid isn't getting booked in Northeast Ohio, put it that way. None of the clubs in Northeast Ohio. He's from the Akron, Cleveland area. They won't book him.
No, and why won't they book him, Chris?
Well, probably because he calls club owners D club owners and makes up lies and things like that. You know, I think, you know, when you got to push somebody else down to raise yourself up, guys, you're not helping yourself, you know?
No, and that's what he said about Dave. It's like he was trying to, he went on Pinky's show. That's Kevin Brennan, what I call him.
Yep.
He goes on Pinky's show and he starts saying Dave's room, you know, because he's following me. He's obsessed with me. And he goes, oh, that's just a D-list room.
Mm-hmm.
And then he calls Dave like 2 days later to get booked. What the fuck is wrong with him? I mean, Chris.
There's something wrong there.
There's a lot wrong with him. You want to get booked at a comedy club, and yet you're insulting the comedy club.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, luck. Like, so has he texted you since?
No, I think he blocked me. I think the last response to his message didn't go through. So I think he's had enough of me.
Yeah, but and then he'll move on. Listen, here's the thing, Chris. Wherever I am booked, he will immediately call them because somehow delusionally he thinks he's my equal. Oh, and this is the best, Chris. He says, I'm not a real stand-up. Like, right? Didn't he say I was a sideshow?
Yeah, well, this is what I would say. Again, I listened to a lot of that today. I can't say all of it. I did have to step away for a minute or two, but I listened to a good, and I know exactly, again, what you're speaking of. So this is what I will say. We did 2 shows in 2 nights, okay? And I saw different material on both shows. Were there some similar jokes? Yes, there were, but they were strong jokes. Any comedian would do this. I do this for a living. I own 2 clubs. I book half a dozen theaters. I see comedy every week. John, you're a headliner. You know it. I know it. Chad's not getting booked. I don't know how he can call himself a headliner, you know. He's not getting booked in his home state, in his home area.
No, and I appreciate it because on the last show we did in Massillon, at your wonderful club in Crackbox, which was a delicious hamburger I had there. But you said, you said, you're strong, so I put the strong comic, and, Baby Fatso can't understand that, I am a really good comic.
People were excited. People enjoyed it. We got a 5-star review from the evening, just on and on. So, again, it's just a mentality. There is a sickness there. There's something not right with the gentleman, but when you got to push somebody else down in order for yourself to feel better, it's just not working, And
and you and I are in the same mindset there. It's just like, Go be a good guy. Maybe comedy club owners will book you. By the way, how did he treat you like an asshole at the Funny Stop?
So this is quite some time ago. He was just real condescending and better than everybody else in the room. He was, the comedians I like to work with are a lot like yourself. I want comedians that are going to mix it up, talk with people, encourage other people to do better. Kind of be a mentor for the moment when you come into the club and stuff. And he did not have that mentality at all. He was above everybody, is the way he felt. And again, the same mentality where he was going to put others down in order off stage. Even he's going to put other people down in order to raise himself up. And I mean, it's fine if you're going to do that on stage, if that's what you're going to do, but turn it off. Be real. Don't be an asshole.
No, and this has been following him for how many years? Like, I'm not going to mention a name, but there was one comedy club owner in Ohio. He said that people know Baby Fatso not for his comedy, but for his criminal record.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, he is well known that he has, violations, criminal violations and stuff. And all of this, owners, we talk just like comedians. We talk. Hey, how was that person you worked with? What was it like? And we talk, honestly, independent owners, because we've got skin in the game. It's not like we are managing a corporate chain of clubs. This is our club. This is what puts our bread on the table. And we're going to take care of each other and share and help each other, And so when you're out there shooting your mouth off, saying bad things about clubs and people and stuff, you just aren't getting booked,
This guy, Will Bundy, this Chris is a good man. And you are a good man.
Is a potato a good thing? I don't know. I'm not allowed to have potatoes anymore. They're not good.
Did he say a potato?
It looked like a little spud. He said, "This guy's a good spud."
I'm sorry. I thought he was complimenting you. But I
don't know. I'm comfortable, man. You can say how many vegetable you want. I don't give a shit.
No, I know, Chris. You said before. But the other thing is that you had said to me you don't want to book Baby Fatso because it's too much drama.
Right. Yeah.
And then what happened? He started texting you. It was all drama.
Yeah. So it was Saturday. It was continuous text for quite a bit until he blocked me on that. And and again, that's why I don't have the time. I don't have the desire to do this. And here I took time out of my office day to watch because I got a little blip about what was happening. And the guy is just one lie after another. There was no factual truth in anything he stated about. He made false assumptions, they were poorly uneducated guesses at best. I'm just like, wow, where's he coming from,
Well, he never tells the truth. Everything is always a lie. Like he keeps accusing me of striking his Patreon. Now, Chris, I'm not a liar. If I struck somebody's Patreon, I would be the first person to say, I struck your Patreon. I didn't. But he's been running with this narrative for a year now.
So I believe you when you say that, and this is why I'll say it, that it's backed up by facts, because when you block people or strike people, you're talking about it. You're talking about why. And then you talk about when you lift the bans on them and stuff. So if you're striking somebody for these things, you're discussing it. You're calling them. You're not just striking them behind a closed door. You're striking them and calling them out on here. Okay, so why would this guy Big Fat be any different? Again, he's saying that because, again, he thinks he's bigger or better than what you're going to do, I guess, but he's not,
And he's under the delusion, and I'm not going to mention names again, but he's under the delusion he's a headliner, and he's not. He's just not. And I've had comedy club owners just go to me, I won't book him because he's not funny. And and that's just their honest opinion, but a lot, he is under the delusion that he is a really great stand-up. But Chris, did I reach out to you for a gig or did you reach out to me?
John, I reached out to you after you worked with my friend Dave out in Youngstown at the Funny Farm.
Yes.
And then I
So,
referred you to my friends out in PA at the Laughing Stock.
yeah, Jeff. But I'm not reaching
Yeah.
out to anybody. Like everyone's reaching out to me, but he can't get that through his head that he's not my equal. Comedy club owners reach out to me because they know that I'll do a good show. I'm easy to work with. I don't ask for much. I mean, I think you would agree. I don't ask for a lot.
You had a fair time. Yeah, it was great. It was great. And you know what? I think they were bagging on the drive time. You know, we were talking about driving and stuff. Driving is a big part of what we do. You know, it doesn't matter if you're the headliner or if you're the booker or the owner. Sometimes you got to get in the car and drive. And like I had said earlier, we had talked about with somebody else. We had said most people drive 40 minutes to work and work an 8-hour day. You know, and then drive 40 minutes home. We do it in reverse. We drive sometimes up to 8 hours a day to work 45 minutes. It's the same day. It's just set up differently. You know what I mean? So I drove 8 hours to make a new friend, to have a good weekend. It wasn't a bad deal for me. I enjoyed the hell of it. The 8-hour drive. The 4-hour back was the best part when we were together and bullshitting, you know?
Yeah, I know. And I would, again, if I work at club again, I will stay at your house again. Why should I have a club owner?
You're welcome to anytime. I told you, John. You can pick up the phone and call me anytime, you know?
But here's the thing, Chris, why? Now, do you deem that as someone not being a comic to say, listen, save your money. Don't get me a hotel room. I could just hang with you at your house. Isn't that kind of being like, I'm not a prima donna?
You're certainly not a prima donna, John. You're certainly not a prima donna. You know, no, you were gracious. You were easy to work with. You were fun on stage. The people loved you. Guys, if you're not booking Stuttering John Melendez, you're missing out. You know, you're missing out on a great headliner booking. You know, no doubt about it.
Thanks, Chris. And if anybody and any of my comic friends, if you ever need some comics, I have a long list of friends in comedy that well, I can.
We'll have to grab a beer and talk because I'd probably be interested.
Yes, and if you're ever here in Florida, Chris, please come.
Well, I told you I grew up in Orlando.
Stay with me at my house.
I still got a shitload. I still got a shitload of friends out there. My mom lives up in the Panhandle, so we'll see what the hell, you know. It might happen.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much for coming on and clearing it all up because Baby Fatso loves to bullshit.
Hey, can I just sign off with this? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's the camera? There it is. Baby Fatso, fuck you.
I love you, Chris. Have a great Christmas, my man.
Take care, buddy. I hope I talked to you before then. If I don't, Merry Christmas to you, man.
All right. And I'll definitely come back anytime. And if you talk to Dave at the Funny Farm, tell him I said hi.
I'll be talking to him in the next couple of days. I'll definitely reach out and talk to him, let him know. All right, buddy?
All right, my friend. I'll see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, sir.
All right. The great Chris Kettler from Crackpots Comedy Club.